How to do the EX Champions Ballad Great Plateau trial in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This trial allows you to eventually get the Master Cycle. So after you beat the Great Plateau trial, you get to go refight the bosses of all the Divine Beasts, and it upgrades the abilities so they recharge much faster. This is DLC though, so you must purchase it if you want to do this trial. Starting out, you need to head back to the Great Plateau, the Shrine of Resurrection. And then just go where Link's facing, and you can place your Sheikah Slate back into the pedestal that you did at the very beginning of the game. There's also a Korok in this room, so I'd recommend grabbing that while you're here. Now it'll mark a few areas, and you'll need to pick up the one-hit obliterator. This weapon makes it so you can one-hit any enemy, basically anything in the game, as long as you have it, but you're a one-hit yourself. I'd recommend saving now, and during this trial, you can save whenever you want. And to do this trial super easily, equip the Majora's Mask. This makes it so no enemies will fight you, except for some like Keys and Choo-Choos. Don't die like I did, and the strategy will be to lure enemies away from the camp and then kill them. So get them to follow you since you have Majora's Mask until they're far enough away that no one else sees. And then you'll just want to hit them with the one-hit obliterator. You don't want to charge in the camp because the one-hit obliterator, after you hit 2 different enemies, does have a cooldown. So this is the strategy we'll be using for this entire challenge, as there are 4 different shrines you have to go do. If you don't have Majora's Mask, use the masks that are in the game that you don't need a DLC for, or just still lure them away one by one. Right here, you do want to watch out for the big swarm of keys. For those, all you have to do is shoot one of them with an arrow and they won't fight you. They'll fly away. Another strategy is to bomb them. Also, I'd recommend just saving after any enemy you defeat, because then if you die or need to load back, the enemy will still be defeated. This is unlike many other trials, since it can take a while to complete, they let you save midway through. Despite having a one-hit obliterator, you should still use arrows and other items you have, though you cannot switch to other melee weapons during the trial. Bomb arrows can be useful, just make sure that, especially with these Bokos, they don't see you. Because the problem, if you hit them with a bomb arrow, rather than one hitting, they have time to alert the others, and then you'll get swarmed. After you've defeated every enemy, you'll get a cutscene where the shrine appears, and then you'll want to go enter it. The first few shrines are simple, but one of them is very difficult. It could take hours to complete. This one is decently simple. You'll just want to head straight forward. You'll want a small orb to put up here to open this. I'd recommend right here grabbing these metal spiked balls and bring them into the little area that you put the orb later on so that you don't die on the way down. Just make sure you do put it in the little circle area, if not they'll roll off. You'll still want to watch out for the small concrete balls, but we can't grab those with Magnesis. You'll want to use your Magnesis ability to grab the small bowl that you see down here, and then you'll want to grab them. This can take quite a while, and be sure once you do grab them to not run into the wall. The little metal chest that you see just has 5 bomb arrows in it, and the large orb that opens this other chest over here has a Phrenic Bow in it. Neither of which are great, so you don't need to grab them. All we really need are the little orb. Here's the 5 bomb arrows. And this big orb is pretty hard since it'll fall out really easily. But once you get the orb, put it into this spot right here, and it'll open the gate, giving you a Phrenic Bow. now you gotta get the little orb. Once you get it, be careful to not knock it out and don't lift it up or move it at all too fast. Once you get it up here, you can either pick it up and take it out of the little bowl, because it's small enough that you can carry, or you could just carry the bowl with magnesis and you need to bring it up back to the beginning. This is the hard part, since you can't sprint, and if you get hit by any of these concrete balls, you're one hit and you die. But once you make it past, take the spike metal balls back out of here, and then just walk up, pick up the small orb, and set it into the bowl, and you've completed the shrine. Go and collect your spirit orb, as all 4 of these shrines will have a spirit orb, which can give you 1 stamina or heart. Later on, when you do all the shrines for the refights of the divine beasts, you will not get spirit orbs, which makes them quite annoying to do. The next one is a bit trickier, and you'll notice that each of the monster camps do get harder. This one has Zophas. You want to lure them away, and it's even more important here than the Bokos, because the Zophos are very quick and have more ranged attacks with their spitting, so they can easily take you out. You do want to watch out for this guardian right here, as it will wake up. But you still can one-hit the guardian as you can with the rest of these enemies. I wouldn't recommend throwing bomb arrows or pushing these boulders down, since they don't one-hit. Here, as you can see, the guardian wakes up. It's one hit, and the Zophos won't get mad at you if you take it out. Remember to continue saving, and be careful. If you try taking out 2 at the same time, it is very risky. I ended up with my last Zopho in this little pond. Another strategy, as you can see here, is you can use stasis to freeze the enemies if you have stasis plus. And now the shrine will appear. Go ahead and head on in, and this shrine is the worst out of all of them. This one took me over half an hour to complete, and I actually came back to it. So on the right, you'll see a chest. This beginning part and the rest of the shrine really is simple, but the end has 1 jump that takes forever. So you just want to use these metal platforms on the moving spikes. It looks very weird and looks a lot harder than it actually is, but it's pretty simple. The big crate's the one that you want to worry about. The too long plate doesn't shift much, so you should be fine standing on it. As you can see there, it did knock over the big crate. It's a forest dweller's shield. This first part with the spikes is very simple for this shrine. The end part is what will take quite a while, and I'd recommend having a speed 3 potion, as it made it a lot easier. Now you can start with the actual shrine. I'll show a full playthrough, and this had a lot of attempts to it, but I'll show you the run where I finally got it. You want to walk up and then grab the platforms with magnesis and set them onto the spikes. You don't actually need to climb all the way over. Then you want to take the block, climb up onto it, and glide over to the exit. This next room, The second part of it looks very intimidating, but all you want to do is stasis the second gear, climb onto it, and then for these spinning spikes with the treadmill, you'll just want to sprint through it and make sure you hold forward. Right here, you'll want to shoot down this rope. The first one is the only one you can shoot, and you can actually stasis the ball to shoot the rope a lot easier rather than wasting arrows like I did. And now you'll want to stasis the ball in the front, and then just glide to wherever the other one is when you start. So you see here, it was on the right, so I head to the right and was able to make it around it. Now, if you have a speed 3 potion, I'd recommend eating it now. I only had a speed 1 during this recording. This is the hardest part about the shrine. Now you want to hit this button, and a couple of these spikes will shoot out in front of you, while this big spike platform chases behind you. You want to dodge to the left of the first one, stay to the left of the second, left of the third. The last one will fake, and you just don't want to jump. Then here's the hard jump. You have to jump on the platform on the right, and then jump around the other 2 spikes. As I said, this is my good run. This took quite a while to get, as you have to go right around the spikes. This will take a while unless you're just really good at the game, and then you get your second spirit orb. Now you want to head to the next shrine. In this clip, I hadn't actually completed the shrine yet. I came back after defeating the snow one. And here you'll find the Zophos, Moblins, and Bokoblins. The ones you'll want to worry about are the ones on horses. And we'll continue with the strategy of luring them away. The problem here is I didn't notice this Bokoblin or this Zopho. So when I killed the Moblin, I didn't notice either of those, so they both saw me. And then I hit this crate. So my one-hit obliterator was out of energy. So now everybody's after me. If this happens for you, I'd recommend loading back to your last save if you had just saved. The good part is some of the fire arrows will hit each other. Plus, I've had this happen on a few different runs where they blow each other up. Or blow themselves up. But since this is master mode, they healed back all of that health. Here's a replay of it, and as you can see, he just blew himself and his friend up. This doesn't help too much since it is the one-hit trial, but it did get them off of the horses. You'll want to watch out for the speared Bokoblins, because as you can see during this run, they ended up getting me. This is why I'd recommend saving, because whenever you die, you will save your progress. So now they aren't mad at me as they were before. I'll skim through that footage, and you'll eventually unlock the next shrine. This one, upon entering, is a major test of strength plus, but don't be intimidated, as all you need is one flurry rush and you'll one-hit it. These weapons are some of the best in the game. Then you'll want to run ahead, get bomb arrows, but that's not the whole shrine. You'll want to press down this button and run back to the center of the shrine. Right now, save, because that way if you die in this next part and come back, you don't have to refight them. Now you'll want to head left in the next room, and watch out, there are a bunch of these Guardian Scouts. I checked under the stairs and couldn't find anything, so you don't need to go under them, just head up the stairs. Watch out for this Guardian Scout as well, as they can shoot you and they have arrows. This next room has 2 of them, and a staircase, but if you stay under the floor, they can't hit you, and if you hit headshots on them with a decent bow, it'll one-hit. Now head left into this room down below, and you'll find a chest. This chest has a giant ancient core in it, so this is totally worth grabbing, as you can sell it for a ton or use it for upgrading or buying armor. Now you'll want to grab that chest that we saw from the beginning, and then save the game, so if you die in this next room, you still have the key. Watch out here, as soon as you head forward, a bunch of guardians will drop in. The one in the middle has a ton of health, so use your bow to kill the ones on the side. You will have to use a couple arrows unless you get headshots, but it's completely worth it, otherwise they'll kill you. And just watch out, the one in the middle has a ton of health, so bowing him won't work. What I'd recommend is freezing with stasis or with an ice arrow, so you can run across to this spot where you have cover. And now use an ice arrow or stasis once again to run over here. Now wait until you can stasis or ice arrow him again, and then you can run up and one hit him. Now you can go collect the loot of the other guardians if you would like. If not, you can just leave the shrine. And now for the hardest one to get into, as it's in the ice biome. So you have ice keys and choo-choos, which are an absolute pain to deal with, because the keys will swarm you, and the choo-choos explode if you kill them. So make sure before you go up here, you have either a heat potion or armor, since you will get killed instantly with the one heart. Head over to the dot on your map, and watch out. I'd recommend shooting all the ice keys, because if they get too close, they'll kill you. And then you'll want to get rid of the ice whiz robe with fire arrows, and then get rid of the rest of the choo-choos. As you can see here, a key snuck up on me, so I flew away and hit them in bullet time. Make sure to get the choo-choos with arrows, because if you kill them, they explode, so if you're down there, they'll kill you. But if you hit the next other enemies, they will freeze them. This can be a good strategy to use if you want to sneak up on them. Once again, we'll be using the same strategy of luring them away from the camp and one-hitting them. Lizalfos are the hardest ones out of the basic enemies here, since they have long range and are quick. Make sure you also grab the chest in the camp. I did not grab it here. Upon entering, this one is completely dark. It's intimidating, but it isn't as hard as the parkour one. You'll want to enter and go around these lasers. The second batch you can just crouch under. Make sure you're crouching or they will hit you. And then the next one, the laser's just going up and down, so you'll want to go under it or over it and just sprint. This next room has a bunch of spikes that are moving in a circle. There are fires though, so you have some light, and just hang on the edges of the room, as you won't get hit by the spikes there. And then in the back left, there's a chest. You can either shoot down the wood part of it with the fire arrows, or you can grab it since it's a metal chest. It's completely worth getting since it's a gold rupee worth 300 rupees. Open it up and head out the exit of this room. You'll head up a staircase, and then turn left into the next room, which has a bunch of fire pillars. You'll just want to time it so you run through while the fire isn't there. This room is a lot harder than it looks like, since the fire can be a little bit unpredictable, but just be patient and you'll make it through. This next room you'll want to watch out. There are a bunch of guardian scouts, and as soon as you kill one of them, a bunch others will spawn. Don't get overwhelmed. You can one-hit them to the eye with a decent bow, and then use your one-hit obliterator to take them out before they can shoot you. Now, this seems like a trick, but just run up the staircase. There's nothing there to kill you, and you'll exit the shrine. And that's the final Great Plateau Shrine. Thanks for watching. This video took quite a while to record, edit, do voiceovers for, and script. So if you liked what you see, check out some of my other videos. And if you were able to complete it by using this tutorial, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below how long it took you. Thanks for watching. If you want some more Zelda tutorials like this, click the link on the bottom left. The bottom right are Breath of the Wild videos. The top left is what YouTube thinks you want to watch next. The top right is the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more.